Hey, thanks for tuning in, folks. I'm Mike Lafferty, host of the Banff podcast. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, or here on the Twitch Skyfire Writers playing old school D&D channel. And today we are doing episode 3 of Pew Pew, Bounty Hunters in Space. And last time on Pew Pew, our party of intrepid and rough and tumble bounty hunters had penetrated the gala at the governor's spire and were preparing to abduct him while disguised as the governor's guards. And Rugo Shulu, who, let's say you're basically Chewbacca with maybe a little more finesse.
He's a space squatch, a distinct and legally differentiated space squatch.
See, look, different than a Wookiee.
Granthanite,
not a whiff of Kashyyyk on him. In fact, I have unofficially titled this episode Pew Pew 3, The Rise of the Granthanite. So the Granthanite has kind of emerged as the de facto leader of this intrepid party of violence doers. And first episode, you guys snuck into the gardens around the palace, took out the governor's beastly pet and the governor's guards. And so you're now into the big gala. And I remember everyone else was disguised as guards, but Rugo Shulu, what are you disguised as and how are they working that out?
I believe it was a tux, and I went in as a waitstaff.
Waitstaff. Okay, so describe what you guys are doing. You know, it's a, palatial. Maybe that's a bad description for a room inside a palace, but it's a large ballroom. Lots of space marble on everything, and waiters like Rugo Shulu floating around, offering canapes and champagne. Space jazz playing in the background. What do you guys do?
Well, Demak Lakar enjoys getting things done quickly, so she is just going to be as efficient as possible, stride up to the governor like she has purpose in the uniform, so no one should think anything weird of her. Put a gentle hand on the back of the governor and lean in. Excuse me, sir, but there has been complications with your security, and I need you to come with me for your safety right now.
Okay, let's do this as a test. Build your die pool, and okay. I will roll to see how gullible and drunk he is, see if he believes you when he doesn't recognize you. Difficulty is 3, so anything 4 or higher is a success.
All right. I pretty much want to do this to get rich and to get fast, so I got only 3 dice, unfortunately.
That's all I rolled too. So,
and I get a 4, 5, and 6.
Well, I just got a 6 and a 6 and a 1, so you sure have succeeded. The governor, who you see here, looking already kind of pickled, believes everything you say, perhaps because you're an attractive female of his species, and he will happily go with you.
This way, sir.
But before we get that far, Walt,
yes,
who is playing Nadir, who, hey, let me show off this art real fast.
Not a Granthanite.
Not a Granthanite.
Hashtag not a Granthanite.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's Josh Hayes. Hey, Josh Hayes, how you doing?
So instead of the the shapely curves of Jacob's character or the hulking mass of the Granthanite, I am wearing all that bounty hunter armor and with a waitstaff uniform on.
Does the helmet not come off? Is that not the way?
No, the helmet totally comes off. It's just you gotta represent.
All right. You've been in the guild for a long time. You've got a reputation. You see this guy wearing a space police uniform, not dissimilar to your own, but he's not wearing an actual governor's guards uniform. But you're looking at this fella, and oh my, you think you saw him at the Space Bounty Hunter convention last year at the Space Marriott in Space Vegas.
Is it any weirdness that he actually looks like Patty Finn?
I wish Patty were here so we could see something like that. This art is by Dean Spencer, who is a fine stock artist. You can find his stuff on Drive-Thru RPG and Patreon. Go give him money because he is awesome.
He is really awesome. Did you know he also does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
I did not.
Now I feel like a slacker.
he is a fellow strangler.
Okay. He's not a dancer, though, is he?
I don't know. I'll ask him.
Okay. Okay, so he is there with a group of guys who look similarly uncomfortable in fancy uniforms. Kind of floating around the periphery of the party, looking quite disappointed. When Jacob, what's your character's name?
Damac.
When Damac.
It's Patty Finn. Patty, look, we have artwork of you.
Hey, it's me.
It really does look like him.
Yeah, I need to get some of those blades in my arms.
Well, you do live in Belfast.
I do. I should be able to find some of those lying around on the streets outside.
Oh my God. Please send all hate mail to Mike Lafferty at.
I've actually been in Belfast, and I thought it was a lovely city. I actually enjoyed it more than Dublin or anywhere else I ever was in Ireland. So go to Belfast. It's a good time. The Titanic Museum is great. And Josh Hayes says, Patty!
Hey, Josh.
Josh, if you want to play this game, we can get you in, man. We got a couple guys missing today. So just let me know. I'll send you an invite. All right. So, Patty, just to catch you up, you guys are floating around the edges of the governor's ball. Your Granthanite, Rugo Sholo, is pretending to be a waiter, intimidating guests while offering them lobster bisque and whatnot. And
I have a question.
Yes.
Did the rise of the Granthanite happen before or after the application of lube?
Yes.
I think that is a question for another episode.
Right.
Very special, non-family friendly episode.
That's the late show.
Yeah.
This is family friendly.
It wasn't. I mean, it was, but it isn't now.
I'll just change the background and put on the Wooja Wooja music.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Zero.
Please, Governor, come with me. Bow, wow, bow, wow.
Is that the 70s action music or the aforementioned music that will bolo this family-friendly rating?
I believe it's both.
Captain Kilgosha says, was this ever family-friendly?
Hey, here's Patty's character. He's Greg O'Kane. He's a former berserker for the government who's now making his money as a bounty hunter. He's got a cool sword comes out of his arm. And I'm changing the subject as hard as I can away from weird space porn stuff. So, hey, there we go. So what just happened, Patty, before you walked in was Damac, Jacob's character, convinced the governor to go with you guys. But Nader noticed there's a rival bounty hunter party also disguised as law enforcement.
Ooh.
And the guy looks suspiciously like you. So
It's my long lost twin brother. Interesting. So what are we doing? Has this guy confronted us in any way, or?
no. Nader just noticed him. He hasn't even told the rest of the party yet.
Oh yeah, I tell the rest of the party. And is he in like a weird, like I don't know, like a space waiter uniform or anything like that?
No, he's dressed in the city guard uniform of Andranus City. So,
all right. I tell everybody what's going on. I approach him as but angle myself so that Jacob has like the most like clearance from these guys, just in case they do anything, like try and fill a bucket of stupid.
All right, so you're running interference while Jacob and the Granthanite and Greg O'Kane all slide unobtrusively out.
Yes.
All right, that's cool. Let's roll, build your dice pool, and let's see if you're successful at subtly blocking them.
Let's see.
As the space jazz plays and the space champlain flows.
Ooh, that's nice. I got 3 successes.
I had 3 failures. You were quite adept at discreetly circuitously deflecting this guy from being able to follow your partners.
So are we getting? We're getting. I assume because we're mercenaries and because this is what mercenaries do. Do we get paid for this job?
Oh God, I hope so.
Yeah, you're bounty hunters in space.
In
So
space.
yeah, there's a rather large bounty, which is why there's another group of bounty hunters trying to snatch this guy who owes a lot of money to the slug mafia of Zeron 7. If you remember the first show. Hey, Shadow the Illustrator says, hi, Josh. Oh, people in the comments are talking to each other. That's pretty cool. We're building community. Right
Has
here.
this not happened to you before?
Not quite like that. That's kind of cool. So. Oh, hey, look, I have official Pew Pew merchandise.
What the?
The last the Granthanite.
How do we get official Pew Pew merchandise?
Where do I sign up?
Yeah.
Jacob,
Why can't I get T-shirts?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's T-shirts on various T-shirt sites on the internet. That's actually where I got the idea for naming a game. That was I went to my kid's daycare to pick him up one day, and there was a kid with a shirt just like this. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna write a game with that name. Because what a great name. Available now on Drive-Thru RPG, but you can't get this cover because Kickstarter exclusive. So snooze, you lose.
10 grand, right?
If you want to spend 10 grand on it, I'm not gonna say no.
You're certainly not going to stop them, right?
Yeah.
Do.
Okay, back on subject.
Moving.
You guys are ushering the somewhat intoxicated governor out of the palace, and I guess let's pull up a city map at this point, right?
Do it.
And this would be the point when I would ask you what your intentions are now that you have got the governor. And just to remind you, Jason, aka Rugo Sholo's partner, who's Rick Herond, is hanging out back at the Nix Terminal Spaceport with the White Wyvern, this is a spaceship that brought you all here. And you guys are over here at the Spire.
Wasn't the plan cram him into the personnel carrier and drive him off?
Yeah, the ultimate plan was to get him into the personnel carrier and from there get back to the Wyvern.
Let's do it.
This is not a good map. Are you not impressed, Shadow? Look at this.
It's an excellent map. But yeah,
I think she was responding to the fact that you said let's pull up the map, and she was like, oh, it better be a good map.
Okay, fair enough.
Damak is going to lead the governor right to Rugu, considering big strong hands will never let that guy go once he gets a hold of him.
That's right.
Big strong hands that aren't slippery at all for any reason right now.
Not one bit.
This is a family show, folks. So, all right. So you guys are going to drive as fast as you can, drive conservatively as not to draw attention. How exactly are you driving to the next spaceport?
Let's say hurriedly but safely.
We're fast, but not breaking the speed limit.
Yeah,
I think that Rugo maybe have half his head sticking out the top of the car. I don't know. He's got a nice rack,
sticking out the side.
Yeah.
He's got a nice what?
Nice rack, his horns.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody make a roll to see if you notice something.
Right.
Build your dice pool however you want. And I'll roll my dice pool to see if this thing can stay hidden from you.
I got 2.
I got 3.
One success.
One
I'm
success.
feeling the breeze flowing through my lovely locks.
Okay. Let's just show Rugu's lovely locks again because I like the visual. How about that, huh? And yeah, right now there's a space car behind you guys. There's a speeder also behind you with the same bearded fellow who looks much like Patty driving it, and various other bounty hunters you may or may not recognize from the last bounty hunter, potluck, who are starting to lean out the windows and aim weapons in your direction.
Big dog, we have fleas. We need to scratch.
That was awesome. Is there a mechanic for rewarding Jacob for that?
Jacob, you said a cool thing, so you get 1 extra dice on your next roll. How about that?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so let's zoom in and figure out what kind of stuff. Everybody roll 1d6 to figure out initiative. Bad guys are going on 2. Higher goes quicker.
I got a 6.
All right, you're going first.
5.
4.
3.
Okay, so basically everyone goes before me. So you guys are leaving Ocean's Gardens. I'm guessing you're along this green road right here, heading over to the
That
spaceport.
happens.
All right, cool. So let's say right now you're probably currently in the gardens, so you're surrounded by brushes, trees, vines. Trying to think of any other environmental stuff you could use while you're moving by at a fast speed. But that's probably there's trees.
Now on this road, do we have other traffic?
Yeah, there's a fair amount of traffic going to and from the big party. Mainly going to, because it's a small city, and he's the most important person in it. So people are there to hobnob and make connections.
Okay, so I assume there are on this APC there are hatches and stuff like that.
Yes, there are.
Oh, and also are there onboard weapons for this thing?
Well, roll a dice, and if you get a 4, 5, or 6, the answer is yes.
A 3, so that would be no.
That would be no.
Okay, so I stick my head out one of the hatches.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have the driver closest to us, and beside us, kind of like looking at me as I pop up very suddenly from the hatch?
Yeah, let's see if there's any police vehicles on the road right now. There's not. They're probably all at the big party, which is why you guys struck tonight. There's a few civilian vehicles, maybe some caterers, that kind of thing, and people do notice you're leaning out and think it's kind of weird, but there's no flashing lights yet.
So I aim my rifle at the first car closest to us, and try and get them to swerve into the car that's trying to get us.
Okay, that is a cool move. Build your dice pool however you want. I'll roll some dice.
I got 4 successes.
I got 2. So you are super successful at getting this other car to panic, and then
slam into the other one.
slam into the other one, and they're not happy about that at all. So a couple of those bounty hunters are now out on foot trying to sprint towards you as fast as they can through the traffic, and they're not doing super well. A few are going to open fire here when it gets to be their turn.
Does somebody have something that go boom?
No.
I unfortunately do not have any grenades.
I can rip out a seat and toss that at him.
That is okay. Just make sure you manacle the governor or something so it doesn't cause problems while you're doing that. And
yeah, that's a good idea.
We should tell the governor that he should stay in his seat secured, because people dressed as his official guard are trying to kidnap him.
That's right.
Is this what we're saying too?
It wouldn't detect as a lie.
Let us test the governor's gullibility one more time. Who was saying this to them? Build your die pool, and we'll roll and see.
I'll say it to us as I'm sticking my head out and aiming the rifle. It's like, Governor, stay secured. We have incoming trying to abduct you, sir.
Okay, go ahead and roll. See if you're persuading them.
Let's see. Do I get to add one for the car swerving into the bad guys who are now, aiming rifles at us as like a?
That's a fairly substantial thing.
I've got 3 successes. I'm throwing
a seat. I got 3 successes.
Okay, yeah, you. The governor's drunk. He believes everything you're saying. So.
Tie a flare to the seat.
All right, so Rugo, I forget your initiative, but I guess you're going next.
5. I was a 5.
Oh, you're right after Nadar then. Okay, I'm rolling terrible, which is usually been the norm. I got 3 failures. So yeah,
Nice.
2 bounty hunters who were in the lead get clocked right in the head with your seat, which may or may not have a fire attached. So, but there's one guy in back. The guy with that blades on his arms. He's got jet boots.
Oh, damn.
And he is now airborne and heading towards you guys. So
we're not saying he's Patty, but we're not saying he's not Patty.
All right, who's in the who's next in the initiative?
I believe that would be either Democ or Patty. Oh, hey, Patty was posing for us there. I appreciate that.
So
Annie.
I know it is. I was thinking, can I like aim at this guy if I see him coming towards us and open fire on him?
Absolutely, yes.
And as I'm shooting, I'm going to say something along the lines of "Die, fellow who looks strangely like me." Can I add an extra dice for to my pool to make a lot of money, because these guys are going to try and steal our opportunity to make lots of money?
Yes, you can.
Cool. And I got one. Oh, 2 successes.
2 successes.
My goodness, how did that happen?
I also got 2 successes.
Oh,
Captain
So he,
Kilgosha in the chat is saying the correct term is doppelganger.
yeah. It's like,
only one of you can survive this encounter.
oof. Yeah, sorry guys, that guy's got a nice beard that distracted me.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we did Walt, we did Patty. Wait, we did Jason. At 5, we just did Patty. That leaves you, Jacob. What was your initiative again?
I got a 3 on initiative.
All right, so it's time for you to go.
Okay, since I'm assuming Democ is in the driver's seat, I am going to have her using her built-in targeting device, figuring out the trajectory of his jet boot arc. She wants to hit the brakes on the personnel carrier so that he lands forward so that he lands forward of them, and then she wants to hit the gas so that she smacks right into it. So I am using cartillery.
All right, I've got my die pool built. You build your die pool. Let's roll and see. And don't forget your extra die for saying a cool thing.
And extra die for saying a cool thing. All right.
Do it.
I will only get 2, unfortunately.
Well, I only got 1. So you successfully run this guy over with the people mover. And Patty, strange twinge as this guy gets run over by your people mover. I feel like someone walked over your own grave. It's strange.
oh.
And that's it. You can see a few of them still running behind you there on the highway, but unless they have some friends at the spaceport, it seems like you've probably lost them. So the governor says, "Oh, I'm glad that's taken care of. You guys are really good. How long have you been on my guard?"
God, it seems like forever now. All right, so we continue on to the spaceport.
What, you don't recognize me?
Enough to remind you, Governor, that you're a little late on your last payment to our security force.
What? I'll see to that. He says something a little bit like a drunk William Hurt. And okay, you guys have arrived at the spaceport. Let's look at that map again, just because I'm showing off the map for no real good reason other than, and I closed it, so let's not worry about that. You're at the spaceport.
Beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, I'll pull it up here in a second. But while I'm looking for that, we can have the important discussion, which is how are you bringing the leader of the city into the spaceport that is surrounded by city guards and also government guards?
Do we have our ship in its own hangar, such as like the aluminum Falcon in that seminal movie from back in the day, or do we have is it like an airport that we have to actually go through security and stuff?
It is in its own bay, much like in that seminal movie Stellar Conflicts from 1978.
All right, so we pull up to our own bay, I would guess, and
well, yeah, but I mean, there's you guys pull up, you get out of your vehicle, you're driving in, and there is some security there. The government does have some armored walkers and some troops there, and people just can't help but notice that you're got the leader of the city with you. How are you guys going to handle
we're
that?
also dressed as his security.
As you walk towards a very shabby-looking freighter.
Mm-hmm.
This way, Governor. This way.
This is not the governor you're looking for.
Oh God.
Poke me.
Why?
I can like hold him in my loving embrace as my child.
Should we disguise him?
That's what I'm trying to. If you guys don't want to, that's fine. We can just play it that way.
Do we have another uniform in the APC we can put him in,
or a box?
I tell you what, Jacob. Go ahead and roll a dice, and if you get 1 to 3, the answer is yes.
I got a 2.
The answer is yes. There's another uniform there.
Governor, you best put this on just in case.
You want me to disrobe here in front of you?
Yes. Put this on right now.
I could use some. Okay.
Some mood music? What are we talking here?
I'm not even. I was trying to make it awkward. Then I was like, we only have an hour. I shouldn't spend too much time. Way with the drunk old man being awkward in the personal carrier.
Cue the jazz music.
Cue the jazz music. Strangers in the night. Okay, so he's in the uniform. You guys are getting out, and as you're getting out, you notice there's a government patrol. Yeah, I mean, we mentioned before it's a semi-independent city, but there are some government forces because they're doing resource extraction, and there's some guys with this, some troopers with this armored ostrich vehicle.
I hate those.
And because they're troopers, they walk over and say, "So, what's going on here then?"
Nothing to see here.
Move along.
Oh boy, is that what we're doing?
Governor's personal guard on a personal errand for the governor. Move along.
Okay, let's roll some dice on that. You build your dice pool, and I will roll my guy's gullibility and see if you can fool him.
Jacob. Uh-oh.
I got one success.
And that's what the troopers look like, just so you know.
Oh dear.
I also got one success.
You're a little short for a space trooper.
I think that's formatting.
Do these guards look bribable?
And how
roll.
are they around?
It's a rules light system. Let's play fast and loose. Roll a d6, Jacob. 1 to 3, they are bribable. 4 to 6, they're too ethical for that.
I got a 2.
They are bribable, and it's not really their governor. So
Mm-hmm.
the guy kind of looks at you and scratches his face a little bit and raises his eyebrows to see,
So yeah, she'll pull out some credits that we got off the security guards, and hand him a C card.
Shadow the Illustrator. That's called death sticks. You hand him a C card.
We're on a personal errand of the governor, and he appreciates everything you do to keep him and his people safe.
So the guy looks at the space card, looks left, looks right with a C card, and he goes, "Discretion has a price."
And he'll hand it over.
Oh, he was trying to get more.
I hand him the one for my uniform.
I grab a tuft of fur and just give a yank to get some.
Does the governor have like a nice that has like a nice watch or something?
He has various jewelry upon his person. Do you wish to search him? Yes, there's a nice watch.
Yes.
Okay. You can give them the nice watch, and they just kind of enjoy your trip, Governor. And wow, you guys talked your way out of an encounter with a armored ostrich unit. That's kind of cool.
I just love the term armored ostrich.
Well, I couldn't call them walkers because that other franchise, goddammit,
They look a little bit like T-Rexes. They had little claws up front.
Yeah, they do. I thought Armored Ostrich was funnier, but yeah, you are correct. They have these very. Jacob drew this art, by the way. Jacob, what are these arms for?
Targeting lasers.
That makes sense. Okay.
It's got a big head and little arms, and nobody thought this plan through.
I would have said something totally off the wall, like, "Hey, Jacob? What are these little arms for? Climbing."
Yeah, grapple guns.
All right, so you guys climb into your the White Wyvern, your space freighter, and you're greeted by Rick Herond, who is
Isn't he
Ruger
that
Scholler.
blues singer from the '60s?
He is. He had that one hit, Muskrat Love. Remember that one? Also, art by Jacob Blackman. Here's Rick Herond, pilot of the White Wyvern and life partner of the Granthanite, Ruger Scholler. And he's very happy to see. He's like, I've been cooling my heels. Yeah, I prefer to be in on the action. Rugo, why you gotta make me your chauffeur on this one?
Business is business, Rick. You know how it is.
Business is business. All right. So you guys are getting ready to go. Wow, we might be done really early on this.
Strap in the governor.
Strap in the governor, and we're taking off. Nadir, if I remember your character sheet correctly, don't you have a passionate hatred of the Black Star space pirates?
Very likely.
Very likely.
Why do you ask?
No reason. Let's see. How many PCs do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
As it would just so happen, there are 4 gun seats on the White Wyvern, and that might become important here shortly. Here we go. Now, Rodan is an elite mercenary and bounty hunter with legendary rep, blah, blah, blah. Unknown to most, Rotan's father was once leader of the fearsome Black Fist pirate clan before he was killed in a coup. Nadir is sworn to destroy the Black Fist to avenge his father. He will attack them whenever possible. Dun, dun, dun.
Is it whenever possible right now?
As you guys are leaving, apparently word got out that you had a high-value passenger. And as the White Wyvern is breaking atmo and getting into orbit, a squad of Black Fist pirates circles in behind you and tells you to stand down, lower your shield so they can come aboard and take custody of the governor. What do you guys want to do?
Oh,
hell no.
We answer their hails with blaster fire.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
With love.
With love.
So that would be initiative.
Do you guys want to use the same initiative as last time?
Sure.
Yeah, that works.
That'll work.
Yeah.
All right. It works for me if it works for you. Oh, wait. I have some cool art for this. 1 second.
As long as I don't mind going last.
I sure wish I had art for the White Wyvern, but here we go. Black Fist Pirates.
Ooh, nice ship.
Yeah.
Absolutely done.
All right, cool. Let's go with the same initiative as last time, unless you guys want to re-roll. You guys want to re-roll?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's all good.
All right, cool. So there's 4 or 5 of those closing in on you, and Walt, you have the high initiative, so go for it.
I hate pirates. What kind of guns do we have on this thing?
What kind of guns do we have in the White Wyvern? Let's look at
Quad lasers, belly turrets, PPCs, PDCs. What are we talking?
You're just making things up now,
let's
aren't
see.
you?
No, PPC is a part of it.
It says the White Wyvern is armed with blasters, a repair droid, and a 3-point shield.
Yep, that
So
is
we got
accurate.
blasters.
But you guys all have there's enough blaster turrets for everyone who's a PC on this call right now.
Excellent. All right, I'm gonna dump an epic suck ton of Shadow.
Thank you, Shadow.
You and Jacob should talk. Shadow is also, as her name describes, is a brilliant artist and also a pretty good cartographer.
Excellent.
Hey, J Mac, who just showed up in the Twitch chat. All right, so I'm going to go. I have a weird question before I start shooting things.
Yeah.
I have yes.
Hey, well, don't get cocky.
Oh, I was about to.
Okay.
I have my own personal ship, the Ghost One.
The Ghost One. Would you prefer to be in your own ship at this juncture, Walt?
I just want to know if I can remote pilot that thing in.
Roll a d6. 1 to 3 says yes.
A 1.
Yes, you can.
And is the Ghost One also from that seminal, space conflict movie from, the
From 1978.
Battles or something like that, right?
It's got that weird, like, nose down shape with the little paddle fins on the side.
It's like an iron.
It looks like an iron, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might bear some resemblance to that.
Excellent. I want to remote pilot that thing in.
Mm-hmm.
And those seismic charges it carries?
Yes.
Yes. I want to try and have it drop one of those in the middle of the pirates.
It's equipment, so add as a die to your attack pool. And you roll and I roll, and we'll see how we do.
All right. I got 3 successes.
I also got 3 successes.
Damn it! So where did the seismic charge land?
They're decent pirates, decent pilots for being pirates, and they all managed to scatter right before it exploded. So, kind of like Obi-Wan Kenobi in
Bastards.
Obi-Wan Kenobi in Rise of the Clones, was it? First time we saw one of those.
Oh yeah. When he dodges, are we in the air or are we still on the ground?
You guys are in the air. You're in space. You've broken atmo. You are out in the black inky void.
Right on. All right.
And Rugo Sholo, it is down to you. Are you piloting, sir, or is someone else piloting the White Wyvern at this point?
I think I would probably be the pilot, or at least the co-pilot.
Okay, that's cool.
Or maybe Rick's got the gun, and I'll do the.
Well, if it'd be more fun for you to be shooting, Rick can certainly pilot. He thinks he's the best pilot in the galaxy, but you know better. But you can do that.
I just let him think that. I'll take a shot.
All right, cool.
All right. 3 successes.
I got 2, so you managed to pick off one of the fighters. It explodes in a visually satisfying fireball.
Pew, pew, pew.
Hey, he got the title of the book in the show.
Oh yeah, and Granthanite.
Yes.
Granthanite. This was the rise of the Granthanite. Okay, and because that was exciting. All right, moving down the list of initiative. Patty, I believe you're on 4, right?
Yeah. So is this a kind of scenario similar to that one stellar conflict maybe you were talking about, where you're kind of in these manual things that pivot, kind of guns?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming that I am moving them with my arms as I'm trying to shoot. So I'm going to try and use my cybernetic arm to move them faster than they're supposed to catch up on one of these things.
Okay, that works for me. I can use that as the additional die.
Cool. And I'm just going to try and blast one of them.
All right, go for it.
1 success.
Well, I have 2 successes. So that is 1 point off the White Wyvern shields.
I think, guys, his beard was really nice. What can I say?
Okay, moving down initiative, that takes us to who's after Patty? Is that you, Jacob?
I believe so.
Okay.
No,
it's like
just no little tricks or anything. I'm just blasting away. 3 successes.
Okay, I only got 2. So it looks like you took out another starfighter in a very visually satisfying fireball. And so they're down to, let's look at the numbers there. I think they're down to there are just 4 of them left. So things are happening.
Are they shooting at us, or is this like
we resolve? They go when you go. They only respond to your action. So that's like when Patty missed, you guys lost a bit off your shields. So it's back around to the top. Were you not paying attention, Walton?
I have gaming ADD.
Okay, no worries.
Hey, what's his name? Jack?
Rick Herond.
Oh, Rick. Don't get cocky, kid.
Okay. Is Twitch going to censor us if I have this on for longer than 10 seconds?
You
Yes.
probably.
Okay, let's stop that then.
You should show clips from the Star Crash instead.
Star Crash.
All right, I'm going to remote.
Carolyn Monroe.
What?
I'm going to remote pilot the Ghost One
Mhm.
again and try and take out a few more of these guys.
All right, go for it.
4 successes this time.
Oh, wow. Okay, I got 2 successes. So you knock out 2 more of them. There's down to just 3 of them at this point.
Right on. Do they think better of their poor life choices?
Well,
or are
they
they
are.
still chasing the money?
It's a really big bounty for that governor.
Gotcha.
So they're going to fight to the bitter end. And that would bring us to the Granthanite, who is rising. How you doing there, Hugo Sherlock?
Rugo is going to take careful aim at one and take a shot. Looks like 3 successes.
Ooh.
Oh,
4, 5,
okay.
6.
4, 5, 6. I have a 5, 5, and a 2 this turn. So yeah, there's just 2 of them left now. So Patty, Greg O'Kane.
Question about Grey O'Kane. When I go into Berserker Rage, does it make things slow down slightly?
Yes.
So I can like get a better aim at these things. Okay.
If you would like to, yes.
Yeah, I'll try that. So let's see. 5 successes.
Oh, okay. You take out all the rest of the Black Star Pirates.
Oh,
Yay, Grego.
Woohoo!
Nice.
So you guys get away from Adranus with the governor. You get back to the Bounty Hunters Guild. You all paid very handsomely for this bounty, and he tells you what to know when there's another job, and that's the game.
We're just a bunch of simple men trying to make our way in the universe.
Granthanite.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, what?
Granthanite.
That is cooler than making the Chewbacca noise, though. Because we all expect the Chewbacca noise, but just go Granthanite. It's funnier.
He's a Pokemon. Just can only say what he is.
Right. Granthanite.
You know, it's pretty funny to think of him in that tuxedo passing out canapes and hors d'oeuvres to the fancy people in town. Well, Granthanite.
No, I gave it the bank. Thank you.
Can you imagine the style section the next day? And I had these most wonderful Granthanites.
Oh, so hey, we've been playing Pew Pew, which is a lighthearted, fast-playing sci-fi RPG by yours truly, with lots of art by J.E. Shields and Jacob Blackman and a few other artists. And it's here on Drive-Thru. I'll throw up a banner with the place you can find it if you're so inclined. And that is our game for today. So anybody have any closing thoughts? Things you wish had gone differently or things you liked, etc.?
I really like the fast-paced nature of it, just that you roll with it. And yeah, it's really cool. And thanks for running. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks for playing, Patty. It was a pleasure to have you on. So anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for running the game. It's a lot of fun to get together and do these.
Hell yeah. Captain Kilgosha is like, no longer game in the chat.
Yeah,
Well, I was prepared for a longer game, but they were just rolling really well, and they were persuading people, which is odd for bounty hunters to do, but there you go.
Well, we were very well dressed.
So
what's the next game on the docket? I mean, so far we've Agents of Banff.
Had a request from Jason to run Agents of Banff next time, which is basically Shield/G.I. Joe homage, if you guys are up for it. It's the same system that we used for the Monsters Are Our Heroes. So I'll send you guys a copy of the PDF and we can talk about it, see if you want to do that or do something else. So
hell yeah.
Yeah. At least we already know the system, so it'll be relatively fast.
Right on.
Patty,
Which system does this use?
Same one as the Monsters Are Our Heroes.
Oh, right on.
The same one as Valor Knights, which you played a few times.
Hack the RPG.
Air quote, yeah. So I was thinking we would try that. But yeah, I'm open to things if the party doesn't want it. So just an idea. And I guess with that, unless anyone else has any closing thoughts, we can wrap up the show and just say see you next time.
Do it.
All right. Thanks for. Hey, we got some. All right.
You've gone all robot voice.
Oh, have I?
No, you're good now.
That happens sometimes. Got to get the matrix calibrated. But all right. Hey, thanks for checking us out on the BAM podcast, and we'll catch you next time. And ending broadcast, there's an awkward moment before we're actually off the air, and long awkward moment.